I don't know what kind of pre-chatter we can do.
What do you think's gonna? What do you think they're gonna show?
Well, I'm worried that it's going to be a lot of just third-party stuff.
Probably.
And it's not that I don't... Well, I kind of go on record a lot saying that I don't care about the third-party stuff. But it's not that. It's just that the third-party releases are always so staggered that since this is Japan only, chances are half the stuff they're showing the US isn't going to see for quite some time yet.
If at all.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I'm expecting, like, isn't Dragon Quest X a thing on 3DS that they're going to come out with?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think that's out. I don't think that's out yet.
Or is that 11? I don't know. I don't really care about Dragon Quest that much.
Monster Hunter 4G will probably show up.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I wasn't sure when that's due out. I don't think they're going to talk about Codename Steam. I'm not expecting that. I think it's too early for that. They'll probably talk about Pokemon because that's due out soonish, within the next couple months. And I'm not expecting an enormous Smash Brothers reveal or anything because, again, I feel like if they were going to be doing a reveal, that they'd be showing this worldwide. Which, I mean, we can still watch it, but it's not like the average non-Japanese viewer isn't going to have any idea what they're looking at.
Has there ever been any kind of Smash reveal that was just directed at one region? Or have they always been worldwide?
My friend pointed out that Pac-Man was behind closed doors at E3, but I was like, that's kind of different because that's freaking E3. That's a little different.
Unless they're going to announce like one character here and then one character at PAX, but again,
it's possible. If they reveal someone, I'm pretty sure I know who it's going to be. I'm not going to say it now because I realize that some people might not have seen the leak and they might not want it spoiled. So I'm going to keep that to myself. But anyway, there will probably be a pre-release hype trailer since the game is 2 weeks away in Japan at this point.
Gosh, is it that soon?
Yep. I believe. I think it's 2 weeks. So I imagine they'll show some, but they might not go nuts and show all sorts of characters or the entire roster or anything. But they might. Who knows?
Well, we got 33 minutes of stuff.
Yeah, that's actually At one point, I thought I saw it was only going to be 20, and I was like, that's kind of short. And then on the other hand, 33 feels like kind of long. It's like, well, what all do they have to show there? Because as we talked about, they're starting serious, aren't they?
Getting off to
I was right. That was exactly who I was expecting.
Really, Bowser is who you're expecting?
No, I know what the stage is from. This is,
I have no idea. It's another sword guy. Wow.
That would be the infamous Shulk.
This is Zeno whatever?
Yep.
Okay, bye.
He can, the sword enables him to see the future.
Well, how are you supposed to use that in the game?
I don't know.
I have no idea what this guy's about. Have you ever played this game?
I did play a little bit of it. After I committed to the initial leak that said he was going to be in the game, I looked into it because I was curious what this guy was about.
I think a few people did that. My friend Ty in Arizona played through this because of just his expectation. What the hell? Now, is this officially like a Nintendo-owned character?
I do not recall. I can't remember.
Because I know
I think they own Monolith Soft now.
Yeah, they bought Monolith not too long ago. But I know there's also all different kinds of games that have Xeno in the title, and I don't know if like they're actually related or anything.
They don't.
I know nothing about this.
They are spiritually related. Like they're by the same creators.
Whoa.
They're in the same theme, stuff like that, but they're not directly storyline related.
Iwata's back. Must be feeling better.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. He hasn't done.
He looks like he's lost a little weight.
Yeah, he does. But he was pretty sick for a while there, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I think he said he's recovered a bit, but I wouldn't expect him to say otherwise.
Right.
Has it really been 4 months?
What, since the last one he did? Probably.
Yeah.
It's been a while, yeah. But then a lot of the directs we've seen have been they were focused on one title.
I mean, I guess it's really interesting that they would reveal this directly to the Japanese audience.
Well, like I said, it could look like I'm just blowing smoke. That's exactly who I thought they would reveal if they were going to reveal someone to just the Japanese audience. That's who I expected.
I consider that as well, but at the same time, you have to consider that
are these soundtrack releases?
Yeah. I guess it's a Club Nintendo thing, because I see the icon there.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully that's not Japan only. That would be a bummer.
I think it's if you buy both versions of the game. You can get that soundtrack. And I forgot what I was just talking about before. Oh, yeah, just the fact that I figured they would probably reveal that character to Japan, but at the same time, there's kind of a big cult following in the West, is there not?
I believe so, yes.
All those people who begged for the game to get localized.
Yeah. Forgetting that they're even making this, because I still haven't played the first one and haven't been paying attention to it.
This is one of those games that they'll just advertise and advertise and advertise, and you're like, wait, didn't that come out already?
No, yeah.
It's still not out?
Yeah.
I started the first one, like the remake, not remake, but like the version up they did for the sequel.
Yeah.
Which I think is the same version that America got. It's a simple little RPG. I just never. I only did like 1 or 2 chapters in it.
If I don't get the JRPG itch very much anymore. If I were to get that itch, I'd probably look into this game. It looked like a pretty good game if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's like the very basic kind of fighting style, like not, I guess, a lot of weird gimmicks and stuff. I don't play a lot of RPGs though.
Yeah, it's very retro Final Fantasy, which is nice, because I think the newer Final Fantasy games get criticized a lot for straying too far from that formula.
I have a feeling like half this is going to be RPGs.
Or third-party stuff, yeah. I think, I guess it's worth mentioning that you do speak Japanese, so you can actually kind of understand what they're saying here, whereas I can't.
Not really, because you're talking over it, and I can barely hear it, but that's fine. But I'll probably only bother to listen if it's something I'm actually interested in.
Right.
Some kind of you can play it for free version. It's coming out this winter in Japan, of course. But
this could be pretty fun.
This is supposed to be like an action game, actually. Isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a cross between Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter, and like that could be fun. I want to keep my eye on that.
Interesting.
Of course.
That's like the big...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, that's like the big thing is like Monster Hunter clones anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
of course, I don't think it's announced for anything other than Japan at the moment, but...
Yeah. I'd probably just keep playing Monster Hunter. 4's looking really good, so...
If we wind up getting into 4, I guess that would be something for your channel then.
Well, you could always get one of those recording 3DSs.
I don't know how interested in getting one I am. That's part of the thing.
It's up to you. Although I do think they are going to release a Smash Brothers themed 3DS. I know that's what you had your eye on.
Yes and no.
I haven't seen any official word on that, but like there's rumors, and it would be weird if they didn't, honestly.
Well, there's one announced for Euro. I'm not that big on the design.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
There's a rumor that there's going to be one in the US that I think a rumor just came out that it's going to be the same design but a different color. I don't know, like I'm not that big on the design. I didn't like it that much. I'll find it and I'll show you that after this.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta get Cloud in there, I guess.
Now you know it's a Final Fantasy game. Don't know why, but I was actually thinking of that movie the other day. That Final Fantasy movie.
Spirits Within?
Yeah. I was just thinking of that the other day, and just like what a weird movie that was.
I only just saw that like this year. It was interesting is a good word for it. Dusty's gonna be happy about this one.
I told you I tried watching this show, right?
Yes, you did.
It's so boring. I'm sure someone who likes it is like, well, you gotta wait till you get to episode 50 and it starts getting really good. I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch a show for 50 episodes before it starts getting good.
Yeah, I criticize when people say things like that, like, oh well, you have to wait till you get to season 2 before it really gets good, and it's like, how the hell did it get out of season 1 if it wasn't that good?
But, I mean, I won't lie, it's full of very interesting looking characters, and
yeah,
I thought it was going to be a lot more, I guess, action-y, but because it has the sort of manga turned into a TV show syndrome, they just have tons and tons of dead space.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of episodes, and
yeah, there's over 500 episodes, I think. It's ridiculous. This show is... I knew it was a big deal, but before I moved to Japan, but when I came here, I realized that it had been airing for like 10 years now. I'm like, holy crap.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Of course, like, aren't they planning like remakes already to like cut out all the filler and stuff?
Probably. They did the same thing with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do that, maybe I'd watch it then.
Bandai Namco Games さんの One Piece Super Grand Battle X は
Bandai Namco Games is like they're making a ton of games. I read that they're going to show off 44 games at TGS.
Jeez.
I have no idea what this is.
Except for not one of them will be Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
No, probably not. And like of the ones I saw listed, I think all of them were 3DS games.
We didn't air any of that, but we did watch the Pokemon Tekken reveal, and we joked about how they're doing that instead of Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
Honestly, that's a smart idea.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I think the dumb thing is the fact that they actually say they're still working on Tekken, whatever, Street Fighter.
Yeah. I feel bad. I don't have much to say about this game. I'm surprised they're still making them. There's been like 7 of these games.
I have no idea what this is.
Etrian Odyssey? Etrian Odyssey? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I told you, I think all these games are going to be RPGs.
Well, the last 3DS Direct they did was pretty much all JRPGs, except for like one title, I think. And I think that was Monster Hunter, which you could also consider to be a JRPG.
Somewhat. No, a lot of people call me crazy for this, but I actually consider Monster Hunter like an arcade game that you can skill up in.
It's an action game that has RPG elements.
Because it's not just action, but it's so focused on kind of timing and recognizing patterns.
Yeah,
I feel like you could make an arena version of it and put it in arcades. It would probably do well. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there already is something like that.
Right. Something I always criticize is I don't like the name of the RPG genre because, like, it's a misleading title for one. And two, when most people think JRPG, they think the turn-based, old-school Final Fantasies. But, that's not necessarily what all of them are.
Today it's pretty much just sit down and have someone tell you a really bad story.
Yeah. I mean, the only RPGs I play anymore are Pokemon, and Mario and Luigi, which they need to announce another one of.
I didn't like that last one too much.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Oh,
cute.
How much are these going to cost? I
was just thinking that.
They're thinking of a lot of interesting little ways to make back cash. Hey, if they make a Mega Man one, I'll get it. Yep, theme shop.
特定のソフトタイトルを購入されたお客様に非売品のテーマを無料でダウンロードしていただくことも予定しています。さて、次にこちらをご覧ください。
What's this? Okay, it's...
Oh, is this a new 3DS?
Really? That's such a tiny little pad.
It's like those old, it's like those eraser nubs they used to have on laptops.
Yeah.
For mouse control. I don't really see what else they're changing, I guess.
I don't understand what that means.
Oh, has amiibo functionality.
Fast forward a download.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. Oh, more triggers.
Really? But then...
That alleviates the problem I had with playing Monster Hunter on 3DS.
New Nintendo 3DS... God, they put new in the title of everything now.
But when's that coming out?
特に日本で先行して普及が進んでいますので
It would be awesome if it would come out before Smash Brothers so that I wouldn't have to buy a new one for Smash Brothers just to buy another new one.
Do you think that they would actually... It's got to be released in Japan first, but...
Probably, yeah.
No, that's what he said.
Oh.
ホワイトとブラック。ニューニンテンドー 3DS LL はメタリックブルーとメタリックブラック。それぞれ2色のカラーバリエーションをご用意しています。
Yeah. Well, I'm okay with white.
I like the buttons on the white one because they're Super Famicom styled, I think.
Yeah.
同じ上画面 4.88 インチ、下画面 4.18 インチですが、
And it's nice that they gave the regular 3DS like a new design, because that original 3DS was so dumb looking.
Yeah.
I kind of regret getting that at launch.
I mean, like, I've probably had like thousands of gameplay hours on mine, so I don't regret getting one, but...
ニューニンテンドー 3DS の ABXY ボタンはご覧のようにカラフルになりました。お気づきになった方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、これは
I really have to wonder if that little
there you go.
nubbin would feel comfortable to use, especially with how it's located there.
見た目の変化は大きくありませんが、ボタンの文字色がカラフルになる。また少し横方向に大きくなった本体を活用して、より操作感が良くなるように。
I'm guessing it's basically like having a Circle Pad Pro built in, because don't those give you additional shoulder buttons, or am I mistaken?
I don't know. I never got a Circle Pad.
I mean, I did get one, but I never use it, so I can't remember what it even looks like. I'm wondering if they made a game that would use that, then you'd have to play it on this, wouldn't you?
Of course, they demonstrate it with Monster Hunter.
So obviously this will be out in time for Monster Hunter. They'll probably show off the special edition Monster Hunter one now.
右手で操作するアナログ入力については、開発の過程で多くの試作を繰り返し、操作感を検証しながら決定したのですが、コンパクトなスティックを選択したことで本体サイズの拡大を最小限にとどめることができたばかりでなく、 ABXY ボタンからアナログスティックまでの距離を最小にすることができました。親指の ABXY ボタンと C スティックの行き来が素早く行えますので、実際にお使いいただくととても快適に感じていただけると思います。
I'm saying that you can use it really quickly, like switching back and forth. Like, it's quick and comfortable, but I question that. I guess I'd have to play with one.
と口々に言っていましたので、ぜひ皆さんにも実際にお確かめいただきたいです。
I mean, it's interesting. I almost thought that they weren't ever going to do that.
I guess, yeah, I hadn't really thought about it, I guess, just because I've been so satisfied with the XL.
もちろん本体に内蔵したことで拡張スライドパッドを装着することで
I only have one question.
本来の本体サイズ
Is the battery life
プレイい
better?
ただけるメリットも感じていただけると思います。
I don't know if he even said that or not.
カプコンさんのモンスターハンター 4G、 スクエアエニックスさんのドラゴンクエスト10オンライン、ファイナルファンタジーエクスプローラーズも C スティックによるカメラコントロールに対応しているとお聞きしていますし、大乱闘スマッシュプラットフォー Nintendo 3DS では C スティックでスマッシュ攻撃が出せる操作を採用。
Oh great, now the 3DS version has a C stick too.
もちろん拡張スライドパッドについていた ZL、ZR ボタンもあらかじめ搭載しています。そして本体上部にあったゲームカードスロットは本体左下に移動しました。
What was that?
They moved the game slot down there.
Oh yeah, I noticed that in the early
weird.
clips. Yeah, I was wondering what they were thinking with that. I mean, I'm sure.
The pen is
well,
down there too.
Make room
If I
for
got one of those, I would feel so weird about it. I get confused just switching between the Wii U pad and my 3DS, like trying to reach for the pen.
Oh.
ニューニンテンドー 3DS LL の大きさ重さはご覧の通りです。C スティックの追加などによって任天堂 3DS LL と比べてやや大きくなっていますが、ほんの少しだけ薄く軽くなりました。ニューニンテンドー 3DS のバッテリー持続時間はご覧の通りです。
I think it's almost weird that there's both an original 3DS and a large one.
一度の充電でどちらも少しだけ長く遊んでいただけるようになります。
But I guess some people might prefer the smaller ones. Like maybe they did research into that and found that. 自動調整する機能を搭載しましたので、この機能をお使いいただければ暗い場所でスクリーンが明るすぎて眩しいというようなこともなくなり、
I think I prefer the one on the right.
適切な明るさで消費電力を節約することができますので、実際にお使いいただくと先ほどご覧いただいた数値以上にバッテリーが長持ちするということを感じていただけると思います。
It's saying like there's a I guess with the camera it can tell the brightness of the room you're in and adjust the screen brightness in accordance.
Oh.
Maybe. I can't really hear him though. I have the volume pretty low.
3D スクリーンを内蔵しているのですが、これまでの 3DS では 3D でご覧いただくには正面から画面を見ていただく必要があり、思わず顔や本体が動いてしまうような、特にスライドパッドやボタンの激しい操作を必要とする。
Did they actually fix that?
I think they implied that in like the original trailer. I'm curious about that.
このためせっかく 3D 機能があっても特定のシーン以外では 3D 表示をオフにして使っているとおっしゃる方も決して少なくありませんでした。
I just keep it off all the time, dude.
ニュー 3DS ではより快適に 3D によるゲームプレイをお楽しみいただけるように新たに 3D ブレ防止機能を搭載しました。この機能を使えばご覧のように本体が斜めになっている。そして激しい本体操作で本体が揺れてしまっても
How does that even work?
3D に見える画面を
I'm wondering if it's just because of motion control, so it can detect if it's at an angle.
内側についているカメラで
I was going to say, does the camera actually track your
ジャイロセン
eyes?
サーなどの情報も加味して
So it can change the direction of what it's projecting, which is
そして本体
Because they
の
clever, I
had,
guess.
マイフレーム補足して
somebody pointed out that they grabbed a patent for that kind of technology because they were looking at 3D
ま
on
た今年5月
on
に
consoles.
3DS に対応する専用 NFC リーダーライターの開発を進めているという紹介をさせていただき
So
ま
I
す。
mean, they already committed to making the sensor like a separate thing for the 3DS, but now they're making this too. So it's
専用の
What?
リーダーライターをご購入いただくことなく、今後
Sensor's probably a
アミー
lot
ゴとの
cheaper
デ
than
ータ通
buying a
信が
whole
で
new
きるようになる
3DS
予
if you
定
don't
で
need to.
I mean,
追加による決済の対応も検討しています。
I mean, like I
スマッシュ
said,
ブラザーズ for Nintendo
like
3DS など
the shoulder buttons on my old 3DS are going anyway. I've probably mentioned this in reactions and stuff before, so I'm already in the market for buying a new 3DS. It would be nice if this would come around before Smash Brothers so that
3DS では本体の
I
機
could
能
go
強
ahead
化を
and
行った上
upgrade
で
straight to the
本体
latest
サイ
and
ズの拡
greatest.
大を最小限に抑えるた
I
め
have
に
a feeling it
こ
won't
れまで
though.
採用してきた SD カードに代わりマイクロ SD
if they
カ
made
ー
it
ドを採
region
用し
free, I would buy it immediately.
スロット位置も本体側面から本体裏面に移動しています。カードを抜き差しされる際にはお手数ですがバッテリーカバーを外していただくようお願いします。SD カードの抜き差しの面ではご利用のお客様に少々ご負担を増やす仕様変更になりますが、
I'm guessing that's all it
ご家
takes,
庭の
unless there
無
was
線
a
LAN アクセスポイ
SD
ントに
card
対して
Somewhere else.
somewhere else. I didn't see
USB の
that
間
though.
で
That's a good
写真
point.
と音楽のデータをやり取りする新機能を追加しましたので、日々のデータのやり取りはこれまでよりも手軽に行っていただけるよう
Why
に
don't you just update the regular 3DS and make it do
な
that?
お、ニュー 3DS の本体についてくるマイクロ SD カードの容量は 4GB ですので、現在ご利用いただいている 3DS からの引っ越しをお考えの方は、お使いいただいている SD カードの容量をご確認の上、もし 4GB よりも
I
大き
suddenly
な
have a
SD カ
feeling
ー
the
ドをお
rest
使い
of
の
this
場合に
direct is
は、
going to be on
容
this
量の
though.
大きなマイクロ SD カードをお買い求めいただい
There's
た
not
上
much
で
time
引
left,
っ
so
越しをしていただきますよう
unless they
お願い
have
します。
one more little big announcement, a little big announcement I have to my
3DS で
saying.
は内蔵しているブラウザーも一新しています。操作に改良を加え、ボタン操作だけで快適なブラウジン
Man,
グ
the
をお楽しみいただ
3DS
くことができる
browser's
よう
terrible.
に
Who cares?
I don't think I've ever once used it.
HTML5 を利用した動画の再生もできるようになりました。新しいブラウザーのフィルタリング機能についてお知らせとお願いがあります。お子様にもより安心してブラウザーをご利用いただけるように、デジタルアーツさんのご協力をいただき、ニュー 3DS では初めからブラウザーのフィルタリング設定を有効にして販売することにしました。
Okay.
またお子様がご自身で設定を解除されてしまうことのないように、解除にはクレジットカードの認証とその手数料として30円を頂戴することにしました。フィルタリングの解除にはお手数とご負担をおかけすることになりますが、お子様に安心してご利用いただくための仕様変更ですので、何卒ご理解いただきますようお願い申し上げます。
How much is it?
さて、ニュー 3DS は CPU もパワーアップ
Yeah,
しています。
how much and when?
先ほどご紹介したブラウザーや
I
ミーバ
guess they
ーを
increased the
よ
CPU
り快
power,
適にお
but
使いいただけるようになります。
It's kind of like the DSi, I guess.
からソフトをダウンロードするスピードも速くなります。
Oh, so you can't actually fast forward. They're just showing. They're fast forwarding the process of showing it.
Well, they made it look like fast forwarding.
Yeah, they did a little bit.
もちろんこれまでに発売された 3DS のソフトはすべてお使いいただけますが、これらのソフトの動作が 3DS の時より速くなったり、グラフィック表現が向上したりすることはありません。
So, it plays all the same games, but they load faster, I guess, or render faster.
画面が綺麗になったりするようなソフトを開発することも可能になっており、すでにいくつかのタイプで対応を進めています。また CPU のパワーアップによって初めて実現が可能になったニュー 3DS 専用ソフトも開発しています。こちらをご覧ください。
Oh, damn it. They're making soft exclusively for this software. So I guess like DSi where you could only where it only works for DSi. That kind of
This is they're re-releasing Xenoblade Chronicles.
Is it? That's good because I don't want it.
Man, they're re-releasing it. It's going to be for this thing. Why wouldn't you just port it to Wii U really quick?
ニュー 3DS 専用ソフト Xenoblade です。もともとこのソフトは
Like, it's good that they're re-releasing it because it's impossible to find copies of this game.
対策 RPG ソフトとして高く評
Yes,
価
I
をい
mean,
ただいたソフト。
unless it takes another 3 years of begging for them to bring it over to America.
That's true, yeah.
Xenoblade のリメイクが CPU がパワーアップしたニュー 3DS 専用ソフトとすることで実
I
現
mean,
できます。
up until they announced this, which I'm kind of hoping they weren't announcing it, I was thinking like, okay, I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't need to get a new system. I don't need to replace it.
Right.
And now they're starting to suggest like, yeah, we're going to make you replace it
税
eventually.
別16,000円。ニュー Nintendo 3DS LL は税別18,800 円
How
で
much is
10
that?
月11日に
You just divide by 100. So it's like
なお、Nintendo
160,
3DS LL と同じように
Yes, I guess
AC
that's
アダ
not
プター
too
は
terrible.
付けております。
terrible, no.
Nintendo
And that's
3DS のものをその
November
ままお
10th?
使いいただくことができますが、
October
お
11th.
持ちでな
Oh,
い
they don't
方
do
は
it backwards?
ご
Is
一
it
緒
just
に
Europe
お買
that
い
does
求め
that
ください。
backwards? I don't know.
They do year month
ま
day.
た本体と同時にご覧の10連台の発売も予定しています。
Oh, new dock.
Yeah, I
カプコン
guess
さ
it's
んから
not.
は
It
グラ
doesn't
フィ
come
ック
with
デ
it.
ザインの
You called
ニュ
that.
ー Nintendo 3DS
Can I not call it? I mean, it's the most
モンスターハンター
obvious
4G
thing,
ソフトをセ
but
ットにしたモンスターハンター
it's actually really
4G スペ
pretty.
シ
I
ャル
don't
パッ
lie.
ク
Yeah, that's a pretty
ソ
nice
フトと同
design.
日の10月
I
11
don't.
日に
I don't need another
税別
system. I already have 2
25,800円で発売される予定で
3DSs.
す。さらに11月にはご覧の大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズの Nintendo 3DS デザインのニュー Nintendo 3DS LL
Is Mega Man on it? No, it doesn't look like it.
No, I don't think he is.
最後にこちらをご覧ください。
If he were on it, I would have, like, my knees would have buckled.
Oh, you can swap the plates too.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
I was just gonna say they gotta make an Isabelle one for you.
They're gonna get all of your money.
今ご覧いただいた通り、ニュー Nintendo 3DS は着せ替えプレートを取り替
Oh,
えて
maybe
カ
this
ス
will
タ
be
マ
my
イズすること
Christmas
ができます
present, damn it. Not only do I have 2 3DSs, they're
先
both
ほどご紹介
Japanese
した
region.
テーマと組み合わせて皆さんも自分好みの
I
ニ
mean,
ュー Nintendo 3DS
you were
を作って
thinking about getting a US region one anyway, I guess.
Specifically for
着
Monster
せ替えプレ
Hunter.
ートは
Right.
I'm hoping
38種類のラインナップを取り揃
Homebrew
え
will
て
get set up
ニュー
before
Nintendo
that
3DS 本
and
体と同日の
like actually allow unlocking the region.
発売予定
Yeah.
There's actually a
着
release
せ替え
that's
プレ
supposed
ー
to
ト
come
は
out
今後も
anytime
新
now.
たなデザインを追加してい
This
き
guy's been working on
年
it.
内には50種類程度までラインナップを増やしていく予定です。今日お知らせしたニュー Nintendo
$10
3DS
each for a
ニュー
cover
Nintendo
change.
3DS
That's not
LL は
bad. That's not bad.
画面サイズと着せ替えプレート
If you
の
really
以外
care
には
about customizing
仕様
it that
の違
much.
いはありません。
Can you get blank
着
ones
せ
so you
替えプレ
can
ート
do
に
them
よるカ
yourself?
スタマイズで自分好みのデザインに着せ替えできコンパクトで持ち運びしやすい特徴は維持しながら画面サイズを従来の Nintendo 3DS の約 1.2 倍に拡大したニュー Nintendo 3DS。 着せ替えはできませんが高級感あふれるメタリックの外装デザインで迫力ある大画面でゲームが楽しめる ニューニンテンドー 3DS LL。2つのラインナップからお好みのモデルをチョイスしていただいて、より快適な Nintendo 3DS ライフをお楽しみいただきたいと思います。
I would want a bigger one, but the smaller one has better colors because I like the buttons.
本日はニュー 3DS のご
Yeah, the
紹介
white
を
one's
してきま
pretty
したが、
nice.
C
The
スティ
blue
ッ
one
クの
isn't
操作
terrible. I don't
3D ブレ
really
ボー
care
式
for
の
black
いずれ
systems.
も映像だけではお伝えしにくい要素です。9月下旬からは店頭の 3DS 私有台を順次ニューニンテンドー 3DS、ニューニンテンドー 3DS LL に
Can I transfer like all my software and stuff over to it?
Oh, I'm sure.
実機で 3DS との違いをご確認ください。
This makes me feel so dumb for
本
buying
日
that
のプレ
orange
ゼンテーションは
3DS
以上
now.
です。最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。
Yeah, of course, now I'm like, who knows when they'll release info on when it's coming out in the US.
Maybe at PAX, who knows?
That's possible. And then, like, so it was October 11th, so I guess the chances of it coming out shortly after Smash Brothers isn't too terribly unrealistic. I probably shouldn't get my hopes up, though.
Well, if anything, they would probably save it for around, what do you call it? The big shopping season in November.
Black Friday.
Yeah, that's when they like to release stuff like that, I think, so.
Right. Which, with that short of a wait, I might be tempted to wait and just put up with the shoulders on my current 3DS and until then.
How much is it setting you back? Like, are there games like you want to play that you absolutely can't play because of that?
Well, they're going to be like the block buttons in Smash Brothers. I won't be able to like block at all, so that'll hurt a lot.
I guess that might be a problem.
Aside from that, I haven't been watching for a whole lot of 3DS titles because of that. I just keep saying when I get a new one, then I'll start looking at all these titles I've been skipping. Like, I haven't done A Link Between Worlds yet, stuff like that.
I mean, I guess if you don't mind sucking at Smash Brothers for a little while, I'd say hold out for the new system. Unless it's just, it would suck if they're like, yeah, we're not going to release it this year. Maybe next year. You know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see a date before I kind of make up my mind on that. If it's soon enough, I might do it, because if it's coming this soon and I need to upgrade, I might as well just wait.
Yeah, but I would also wait to make sure you can transfer all your software and stuff. Like, I don't see why you couldn't, but sometimes they don't release that function right away. It's like, well, the system's out now, but we have to do an update in another few months so you can actually use it better.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm sure there will be big ol' fact sheets to read up on this stuff then.
Especially because they're going in and tinkering with the hardware and the processor and stuff.
Yeah.
There might be some crap that's not compatible. Huh. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, it's not what I was expecting. I was beyond expecting a new 3DS. I was expecting it months ago, not now.
Everyone's tweeting at me like, "Oh, I bet you want a Isabelle 3DS now." Blah blah.
Oh, do you?
Maybe.
I don't know if there's much else to discuss, I guess. I feel like that was most of what they talked about, and we mostly discussed it while they were talking about it, so.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess that's what you take from it, a new 3DS, and
Shulk, if you
Xenoblade guy, Shulk.
Which,
that's such a dumb name.
You know, in the leak, he looked incredibly boring. And he looked much better here, of course, because they were actually setting it up for him to look impressive, whereas in the leak, it was just like a computer player playing him, and it looked just really dull and boring. I'm going to have to rewatch it a few times, of course, to kind of take it in.
You're such a maniac.
And because I'm a Smash nerd like that, of course I'm going to watch it like 50 times, if probably more than that. Not as much as I rewatched the Robin trailer. I rewatched the hell out of that thing.
Every time one of these comes,
two things, I don't really remember what else they talked about.
Every time one of these comes out, I secretly hope they're going to announce like a Mega Man game.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking now, like if they I know they wouldn't because Capcom sucks, but if they made a Mega Man game that's like new 3DS only, it's like, damn it. Well, you got me. Good job, you got me.
Yeah. All right.
Now, like in my head, I'm thinking like, how much can I sell that orange 3DS for?
Well, is that the one with the capture in it?
No, it's not. I sent in my old 3DS.
Ah, that's right.
Because it's kind of busted up, and I was thinking like, well, if they mess it up or just steal my 3DS, it was kind of a piece of junk anyways. But
yeah.
Now that it has that functionality, I'm kind of like, well, I kind of want to use this one more.
See, like, we talked about the 3DS capture equipment, and it's like, if I were to get one, I'd use the old 3DS to do it. I wouldn't send off the new one to do it.
I guess now I'll have to see if they actually start making the kits for that new 3DS. I mean, I'm sure they will eventually.
Yeah.
They're pretty crazy with that stuff. They make it for, like, the original 3DS, the LLs. I don't think they have a 2DS one. They do PlayStation Vitas. They do the Wii U gamepad.
Really?
If for whatever reason you just had to have video out on your Wii U gamepad, they'll do it for you.
I mean, it sucked a bit. It sucked a bit when I was doing the Wind Waker.
Like you said, it sounded like you said "sucked a bitch."
I almost did. When I was doing the Wind Waker playthrough, I would say things about, like, I'd be talking about what I was looking at on the map, but since it was on the lower screen, clearly the viewer wasn't seeing any of that. So I was constantly, like, apologizing for the fact that they couldn't see what the hell I was talking about. So, like, I guess I can understand that, but on the other hand, it's probably, like, more expensive than the Elgato was, so.
You know what? To really look at it, the Isabelle design, it's cute, but it's not amazing.
Yeah, it could have been better.
I sure as hell wouldn't buy a 3DS, a new 3DS, just for that.
Right. It's just a benefit.
I mean, I'll buy a new 3DS because I'm like a technophile and just can't contain myself.
Unless, of course, it comes with a nice Isabelle interface on the, like, skin.
Yeah, I guess they could do that.
Which they did show that as being part of it.
What game do you want to play today, Mayor?
Oh, dear. And with that, I think we're done here.